Hey guys, what is going on? Daboki here once again. It is time for another Cooking with Daboki. Today I'm going to be cooking up a Korean pancake, which this is a very simple, healthy, fresh, clean dish. This is called Buchimgae or Buchimgae, depending on where you're from in Korea. I believe they pronounce it differently. But my mom and I have been obsessed with eating this for the past few weeks for breakfast, and it has been super tasty. So a little disclaimer with the word pancake, because when we hear pancake, a lot of times we associate it with sweet. This is going to be a savory pancake, so keep that in mind as we're moving forward with this video. This is a very easy dish to make, and there's a lot of variations to how you can make this. This is probably not the traditional way that you've probably seen at like Korean restaurants if you've had Korean barbecue, or if you're ordering an appetizer. It comes usually in a more standard, traditional way, but this is a little bit different. This is the cabbage one. This is the one that my mom and I have kind of modified a little bit for just the ingredients that we had around, and we just ended up liking it. So I wanted to show you guys the recipe. Ingredients really quick here. We got a carrot. I'm going to be using half of this, small diced. A zucchini, small whole thing. I'm going to be using a cabbage, which this is a half of a cabbage, and I'm going to actually be using half of the half, so we're just going to essentially be using a quarter of this and going to be slicing that up into some long strands. 2 eggs as well we're going to be adding in there. Going to also be throwing in some all-purpose flour, which this is going to be kind of the base of the pancake. And then this is optional, but I do like to add this as well. This is potato starch. I like the flavor and the texture that this produces, but you can really just add real potatoes in there, which that is really good too. It's just we didn't have any on hand at the time, so we were using potato starch, and this was a nice little substitute there, just a little bit of that, and then salt and pepper for taste, and that is it. And I do usually add some chicken in there too. I think the chicken brings out some amazing flavors. It's just I ran out, but without the chicken is just as good. So let me cut all this up, and then we'll go ahead and get prepping. The ingredients have been chopped here. We got the zucchini, carrots, and cabbage. Mixing bowl. This is going to be our canvas for the day. First I'm going to add in the eggs, which I'm just going to crack in 2 eggs here. So we got 1 and 2. Alright, 2 eggs in. Just gonna whisk these eggs up here. I'm gonna add in about 2 of these spoonfuls of flour in there. 1 and 2. We don't really have exact measurements. We've just been kind of eyeballing it, to be honest, but that's 2 spoonfuls of flour. For the potato starch, I'm gonna add in about 1 spoonful as well inside there. And I'm just gonna start mixing that up. Gonna start getting into a doughy substance here. Gonna add in the cabbage. Gonna throw in the zucchini. And then also the carrots. And I'm just gonna go in there with the hands and mix everything up like so. Now we got the mix, let's go ahead and start cooking. Got the frying pan heating up with some oil. We wanna get this nice and hot for the initial drop. That oil looking like water right now. It looks like it's getting heated. I'm just gonna take a bit of this and put it right in. There we go. Kind of flatten it out. Make a little shape that makes sense to you. I like to make a circular shape, so I'll kind of form it, flatten it down, kind of keep pressing. While it's cooking one side, I'm gonna actually throw on some salt here on the top. Just gonna sprinkle some pepper on there too. There we are. So now we gotta flip it, which I'm gonna try to impress you all and see if I can flip this from the pan. This might go poorly though. Alright, I'm gonna loosen it up a little bit. Here we are. Oh my goodness. And there is the flip. Nice color on the bottom there. Gonna press it down a little bit as well. Maybe shape it a bit. Touch it up on the sides. I'm just gonna keep the temperature really low here, so it's gonna cook nice and soft on the bottom. This is just a nice crisp. The initial start, I like to keep it hot. You know, get that sizzle, get that sear. And then after that, we just turn the heat down and let it just naturally cook. While that is cooking, I'm gonna do a very simple sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and pour some soy sauce right in here. Sesame seed oil. These are roasted sesame seeds. I'm gonna just sprinkle some in here like so. And lastly, I'm gonna throw in some gochugaru, which is just like red pepper flakes. It's like Korean red pepper flakes. I like to keep this sauce a little bit more simple. And I'm just gonna mix that all up. Boom, done. This is looking done though, guys. This is looking good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's finished. All right, let's bring this to the table. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our cabbage buchimgae, which we can just eat right off this pan here. This is gonna be really tasty. I love hearing that sizzle and just getting that super hot, fresh food right on your table. It's just something I really enjoy. Really nice and crisp. I like that. Just gonna go ahead and tear off myself a little piece like so. Oh yeah, look at that. As you can see here, the cabbage is the main player of this dish. Got a lot of nice cabbage coming out here. Great colors peeking out, which is beautiful. We got a nice crisp on the outsides. Just dip it in the sauce ever so lightly. There we go. Mmm. And that's what it's about. That is good. This dish, it's got all the little notes that I love. It's fresh, it's simple, and it's clean. You know what I gotta do is I gotta spice it up just a little bit. I got some of these peppers right here. This is not lemon ginger. Just keep that in mind. I need to make sure to label things just because I had bad experiences. This is a nice like fermented jar of peppers here, just vinegar, soy sauce, and jalapeno peppers. What I'll do is I'll just grab myself like a nice chopstick full of peppers. All right, and just put it right in the side here of my sauce. I'll show you like a perfect bite scenario, right? So we get this pepper and we like marinate it in the sauce, yeah? And we just put it right here on top of a piece that looks prime, like right like this piece. And then I'm just gonna tear off a little portion with that pepper like that, and that just becomes one bite in itself. And just spices it up so nicely. Oh yeah. I recommend you guys get a little jar of jalapeno peppers sliced up with some vinegar and soy sauce. Just let it sit a little bit, build some flavor, because it really does some nice side dish things for your meals. I just love having just a bite of pepper in there. Extra spice, always nice. I did make a pretty small portion this time, I'll be honest with you guys, but as you can see, we have like a lot left over. Nice to just keep in the fridge. In the mornings, I like to just make myself one pancake. Like I said, this is just a very fresh dish, it feels like, so it's not too heavy in the mornings. I'm not usually a breakfast guy. I don't have like too big of an appetite in the mornings, but when I do have an appetite, I really like my breakfasts more savory. I know breakfast can go in like a few different directions, like either savory or sweet, but for me, I'm a huge fan of savory breakfasts. Oh, it's nice. You can add a lot of different things into here. Make it a little bit more hearty. Give it some more flavor. I think this was what we just had on hand. So we've been using it and we enjoyed it. And it just kind of became this really like a 3 veggie simple pancake. I believe normally the buchimgaes have leeks in there. Some sort of green onions. I've seen squid being used in buchimgaes. That's like really popular as well. Like having a more of a seafood one. So yeah, a lot of different styles, but this is probably not something you would find in a Korean restaurant, is like a cabbage buchimgae. So this is, I wouldn't say it's very traditional, unless they upgraded their menus. But it's good though. That's one thing I really enjoy about cooking, is when I'm cooking, I can see everything that goes into the dish. It's just right there. I'm creating it, I'm building it, and I feel a little bit more attached to it, just personally wise, after I've made my creation. I think it's special in both ways, like when someone else cooks you a dish and when you cook your own dish. It's just two different feelings, and I think both are really special and unique. And I just really like that we can experience food in such a different way depending on how it's prepared or our attachment to it, and just like the scenario or the event. It really just kind of elevates and enhances flavors in the dish itself, and it's not necessarily like using anything different. It could just all be the preparation and the other sort of senses that go into creating your dish. That was really good though. I'll be honest with you guys, I'm still hungry and that was not enough right now. I think I needed to make a bigger pancake. Sometimes what I like to do is like have a pancake and put it on top of rice, and kind of eat that with the rice, but this time I just kind of wanted to show the pancake itself. I do hope you guys get to try it out if you do enjoy these ingredients, or maybe switch it up yourself and let me know on what you substituted and different things that you like to put in here. And that is the joy of cooking, is being able to make it our own. But much love, one love, guys. I appreciate you watching this little cooking with Daboki video. I wasn't planning on making a video on this. This was just something that popped up that was our favorite dish of the week, Mama Boki and I. So we were just enjoying this Buchimgae here, and I wanted to share a little bit of our enjoyment with you all. So I appreciate it. Much love, one love. This has been Daboki, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Goodbye. Oh, no. Are you okay?